Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here, in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already, created a user account. That way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live, right? Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you are doing well, that you've had an amazing couple of weeks now since the last time I was here live. I'm getting some lotion on my hands. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that, Robin. I hope she gets well very soon. It sucks. Try to stay away from people who are sick. Well, how is everybody? I am doing well. I have been sitting here this morning going through some of my scraps, and I did some rubber stamping in watercolor. So this was a book page that I had in my stash that I had painted one side with white acrylic paint. You can see on the other side it's just regular, but it is muted. And then I used my Misty stamp positioner to put the stamps where I wanted it so I could get it consistently stamped in the middle. I did the same thing with the dog rose. So that first was the lavender. These were part of my apothecary type stamps that I made a while back. And every once in a while I look at them and I think, oh, I need to do something with that. And I was flipping through an older journal that I made a while back when I did the, what was it? It was an All About Robins journal that I used an existing journal cover that someone had given to me, sent to me in the mail. And I was looking through that and I saw where I had used an image out of a dictionary. And I thought, well, why couldn't I just make my own? So it's a way to make ephemera, images, pieces that you can use in your journal just by stamping on top of a painted book page. And that's how I did that. Uh-oh, head camera not in sync with the sound again. Sometimes that happens. I'm going to try something here. Let's go here. It's being really slow today. Maybe by changing cameras, scenes, I can't change the scene, and it should work out a little better. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, what I could do is just turn off that camera, then you don't see my face, and then you don't worry about if my words and my yeah, filming in my mouth and my words match, right? So, how is everybody? Y'all doing really good? You taking care? I'm sorry about your daughter, Robin. I hope that she gets better soon. Julie, I saw a quick notification that you're not well today, so I hope you're feeling better soon, if you aren't already. Here's the journal I was telling you about. This is what I saw, which was a rubber stamped, or not a rubber stamp, it was a dictionary image, and I thought, well, why couldn't I know it's bigger, do the same type of thing? Another thing I could have done was I have a little bird stamp that I could have stamped onto some background paper or copy paper or book page that was painted. This is an older journal I made a while back. And I found, I don't know if I'm going to use it yet, but I found a journal cover that I could possibly use. It was a book that had been gutted. So this is Written in Blood by Stephen Lloyd Jones. And I have gutted it. So I may save that to make a journal out of it. Watch out for giant monkeys. Is that a little better? So while I was on vacation, I shared with y'all a video where I made some journal foundation pages. Oh, well, I hope you feel better soon. So this is using scraps of leftover papers. I think I showed in the video. If you didn't see it, there's a link in the description box. But I will sort my scraps. So like these are all kind of purple scraps. This one has a lot of blue scraps. And then I will just get inspired to take those scraps and lay them all out and make journal foundation pages. So this one has a pocket across the bottom here. There's nothing on the back yet, but it could be that later I will glue another piece on the back side. I may decorate it with distress inks or with tattered angels. And here's another one. So it just kind of depends upon my mood. Like this is a book page, so I'll probably cover this one up with something. Here's another page where I used images from an advertisement for flowers that I got in the mail. Actually, I think my father-in-law got it in the mail and they gave it to me. Here's another one. This one has a pocket all the way across the bottom as well. This was a gel print painted book page. These are from Calico Collage. This is from the Amarillo Rose. And I don't remember if that's from Grandma's Garden and I just reduced the size of it. But this is a pocket here. And there's another pocket, I can't get my finger in it, right here on that page. Again, the back sides are pretty much blank. This one has a pocket across the bottom. And this one does not have a pocket. This one I didn't add a pocket, but I did go ahead and glue on the other side. And I think it was a daisy kit from Calico Collage. My vacation was amazing. It was wonderful, fabulous. We went on a different cruise line that we haven't been on before, and that was Norwegian Cruise Lines. And we got to do some things that we haven't done before on the ship. We enjoyed some really good food and entertainment, just hanging out and relaxing. We went to, they have a spa on the ship. And what does that mean? A spa on the ship is you can go to this venue and they have heated whirlpool type pools that you can soak in. And then they have different types of saunas, what was it called? Aromatherapy sauna that had the smell of like eucalyptus. And they had another room that was a charcoal room. So when you went in there, you could smell the charcoal, kind of a burnt wood smell. They had a Finnish, not to finish the thing, but a type of people who are Finnish sauna, which is really, really, really hot. They have a, what was it called? It's called a infrared sauna. So it had infrared heaters in it. It had a salt room. The walls were made of Himalayan pink salt. They had made them into bricks. It was all around the interior of this room. And then they had what's called a snow room, and it was exactly what you think. It's a small room that probably 2 people, maybe 3 could stand. It's kind of small. You could sit if you wanted to, but I don't want to sit because it was too cold. But it had a low temperature, and it had a device that was pouring out ice, and you could use that ice. You could rub it on your body. The idea is that when you are working your muscles and you're trying to alleviate pain, that you can do cold therapy. So it was kind of fun. It was really a lovely experience. They had an area where it was called the lounge, but I call it like a relaxation area. It was at the front of the ship with big, huge windows that you could look out over the front of the ship and then into the ocean. And they had all these wonderful lounge chairs. Some of them were heated. Some of them were like squishy like a bed. Some of them were firmer. So it just kind of depended on what you liked. They had like 3 different styles, 3 or 4 different styles of chairs and loungers that you could sit or lay on. So it was very relaxing, and we stayed busy at the same time. It was kind of fun that we were able to get on the ship quite quickly. We made sure to check in so we could do some things, the entertainment that they have. Some of it you have to basically book in order to go. It doesn't cost you anything, but you have to put your name on the list that you plan to attend a certain time, kind of like buying tickets, but these didn't cost. They're included in the fare. You can't just show up. If you show up and there's no seating, they turn you away. If there could be seating, they ask you to wait, and then at the last minute, they'll let you come in and find available seats, which could be anywhere. But it was really quite entertaining. They did a tribute to Stevie Nicks' band. I forgot their name all of a sudden. It was based off of the Rumors album. It's a tribute to them, and it was really quite interesting because they performed the songs and then told a story about why each of these songs was written and how it came about, in a sense. It's one of those albums that probably should have never been finished because the band was in such turmoil, but it did get finished, and it's one of their greatest albums ever. I don't know, it was really, really enjoyable. We really loved it, and we will try them again. We do have a couple more cruises booked for this year. One of them is on Carnival, and the other one is on MSC, and we're going to try the MSC out. That'll be new for us. Carnival we've done before. And then next year we're doing Princess and MSC again. We've got them already booked in advance. All right, so I showed you those pages, and then last time we were live, I made some different types of ephemera using scraps, like these little clusters. I had already started them before the live, but this book page, or not book page, journal card, I don't know why I said book page, it was, kind of fun to go through all my scraps. Yeah, it was very interesting. It was a really enjoyable trip. We met some really neat people, talked to a lot of people from all over the world, and got to just relax and enjoy being on a cruise ship and being on vacation. All right, so there's some pieces that I made. So do we want to make ephemera first, or do we want to just start decorating journal pages? I've got a few things that I fussy cut out. Like I said, I made some of these. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll start on this. I'm going to grab some pink and see what I have in here that we can use. Like here is a pink piece of book page that, yes, it has a hole in it, but if I layer that together, I can make a little card or a tuck spot. I'm looking to see if there's anything else here. Ooh, I sure like this paper. This was a experiment that I did with some foiling a while back and stencils. All right, I think I'm going to trim this down. Do a little both. Okay. Will do. All right, so I'm going to take this piece of book page and cut it. It's been painted with acrylic paint, so probably right about there. Yes, it does create a little scrap, but I'll put it in there. So I kind of like the way that looks, and I'm trying to decide if I should just glue this together, or maybe we should stitch around the outside edge, and I'll make this a tuck spot that we can put stuff behind there. So I'm going to make a pocket while I'm at it. So I'm going to cut this to be, let's get it 3 inches. I'm going to do 2 things at once here. Put that back in there. I haven't used this yet, and I've been meaning to. All right, so this is currently 6 inches in size. So if I were to score this at 1/2 inch, yeah, let's do 1/2 inch. And then I'll come over here and score it at 1/2 inch. And this will make a nice size pocket. I am going to go ahead and score this side at 1/2 inch as well to fold over. It's kind of a rough edge, but we'll kind of clean this edge up. Okay. Okay. How's that look? That's kind of shiny, isn't it? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to glue just a little bit across here. Actually, I take that back. That's going to be the bottom. I was going to fold that over, but I don't need to. I'm going to use that as the bottom of my pocket. So what I'm going to do instead is cut those corners. There's my scissors. Like so. And here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sewing machine and stitch around that outside edge. Go ahead and glue this together. I'm not going all the way to the edge so that the glue won't be in the way of sewing. I may go ahead and glue this onto another scrap of paper because these are thin book pages. They're not real thick, and I don't want this to be flimsy. So, oh, I know I've got some book pages down here. I always save the blank book pages, you know. That way if I want some writing space, I have it. And I think what I want to do with this one is just glue it in the corner and cut it out. Oh no, she damaged her spine. Oh my gosh, when she fell off the ladder. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's terrible. Is she recovering? Is she going to have surgery, or is she just being stubborn? They like pain pills, but she has no choice. She's in too much pain. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. All right, so I went ahead and went around the edge. I'm going to trim this out, which will also give this a chance for it to dry. We're going to go sewing lamb here in just a moment. So I'm going to trim this off. Go the other way. Oh, that's terrible. I bet she is. That's no fun. See your life flash before your eyes as you fall, and then you hurt yourself and have to deal with all that pain. I'm just going to add a little bit of Distress Inks on the edges here. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here and we're going to stitch around this outside edge, trying to make that very visible. Okay, I have to go check on Oreo. He's whining, so I don't know if he is trapped or if he's just frustrated with his blanket. Hang on. took him outside earlier, and he's been wandering around outside. But when he got to the back door, it's a step up, and he got his front 3 feet up, but he had 1 foot down below and couldn't get it up on the step because he's lost so much muscle that he couldn't get up there, and he was whining. Sorry. It's just sad when you see them start to deteriorate like this. Anyhow, let's go over to the sewing cam. But he's inside now. All right, let's see if the sewing machine will show up. Come on, computer. Do it. All right, there we go. All right, so I've got it set up with black thread in the upper and the lower, and I'm just going to stitch around here. Yeah, he's just getting so old, and it's sad. He keeps getting up to go outside, and he likes his food. I don't know. I think it's coming really soon. He wakes up in the middle of the night, and he gets mad at the blanket he's laying on. He'll whine and bark at it as he is trying to get it positioned the way that he wants. It's hard. It's really hard. But he still keeps going. All right, so I'm just stitching around this outside edge. All right, so I stitched around the outside edge of that. Kind of see the stitches all the way around. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing here. So I'm trying to really, I'm going to try to add some distress inks to this edge, so it makes it a little bit more visible under the sewing machine. This was an experiment using, I think it was Deco Art foil glue. And so I had painted a book page with acrylic paint. It was kind of a pale pink. And then I used the Deco Art foil glue and placed that on top of the painted portion. And then I did another layer through a stencil, that's the green, and lifted that. And so this has how this unusual piece of paper came together. And I haven't used it, so this will be a good time to use it today. So you probably can hardly see the stitches. It looks like I didn't even get it stitched right there, so I'm going to do it again. So now it's stitched. It's stitched! Yeah, it's sad. It's so sad. Thank you, Margie. And I know you know all about, raising animals, saving them from their life before, etc. Okay, I think I want to place this, although I hate to cover it up. I think I may leave this one the way that it is, and then I may make this a tuck spot the way that it is. So these are going to be 2 pieces. Maybe we'll add something else on here. Let me get my fussy cuts. I've got a couple here. We could do something. I've got a, I don't know, I don't really want to cover that up too much. Let's see what else we have here. I've got this, but I don't know if that goes. What do you think? Maybe just something a little eclectic? Okay, Okay, now I don't know what he's barking about. Well, maybe this one will be better to place on there. Like that. I think that's what I'll do. Now I need to make a journal card that can go in both of these. So, let's see what I have here in my pinks. I see a peach colored piece of paper. I have this, this was a leftover piece from a project. Is it more than one page? I've got this pink paper. And what else? A little strip of this. Maybe, just maybe. This is a piece of cardstock, but it's not very big. It's not very wide. There's another one. What else do I have in here? You know what? I have some... yeah, you like this one? Is this one better? Okay. I have a card. And let's see if it fits exactly. If we do the width, I probably should make it, I mean, it'll fit in there. Maybe what we could do is, do I want to put a piece of this across the top? That might be kind of pretty. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to add some Distress inks to this piece, and then we'll glue it on. Maybe find another little scrappy piece. I see a piece of pink that I might use. That is a gel print or something. Well, now Hercules got up. I don't know if I shut the back door or if I left it open. I'll be back. Go outside, Hercules. Go outside. All right, come on. I got you. I had to help Hercules because he can't see very well. So he will start to go outside and then he gets turned around because he can't see and he bumps into stuff and then he gives up. It's like, oh my goodness. I may trim this down just a smidge. It is currently 5 inches. I want to make it 4.5. That way I know it'll have a little bit of play as far as the width of that pocket. Maybe we should stencil on here before I glue. Stencil or stamp? What do you want? Stencil or stamp? It's ivory paper. I could do some stenciling in a pale pink, maybe? I'm going to get some gloves. A blind stick for dogs like humans. Yeah. He's not going, he's not going gracefully blind. He does not like it at all. And I don't blame him, because that's always been a big fear of mine, is that I would go blind and then I wouldn't be able to do much of anything. Of course, I know that's not true. I know there's people who have dealt with being blind and are thriving in life. All right, I think I'm going to get, let's see this one. This is the Feeding Frenzy stencil. So I'll lay that down. And let's get a pink. And I think it would be picked raspberry. Let's do that. Do I want that bright of a pink? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it! I'm doing it really light-handedly. Thank y'all for being here today. Hey, Debbie. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for your thumbs up, likes. Leave a comment after this video is over, because that also helps if you enjoyed what I share today. Or if you don't, I'd love to tell me you don't. Tell me what you didn't like, I guess. All right. This is Distress Oxide, and then I'm just using their craft brush or a face, what is it, makeup brush. I was trying to figure out what that's called. What is that? Just picked raspberry distress ink. I like that shade of pink, how it looks on there. All right, take my gloves off. Put that back up here. All right, so I've got this, and so I was thinking, do we want the bright pink at the top and then this lighter pink below it? I think that'll work. So I'm going to put down some glue across the top here, and then lay this piece down. It's not cut perfectly straight, but I'm going to layer another piece over it. I'm a bone folder. Okay. Wipe away the excess glue. And then we'll just overlap this just a little bit. Well, Hercules came back inside, so I guess he found his way back. What you doing, Hercules? Smush it. Smush it. All right, now just trim off the excess. Seeing eye cat. Yeah, there you go. And you know that won't work, because the cat would be like, there's a wall there. Not really. Yes, there's a wall there. Maybe there's a wall there. Let's see if you can figure out if there's a wall there. And let him run into the wall. Hey, Connie, welcome. Oh, dear. All right, so if this went into here, and we've got a nice little pretty journal card that kind of goes together, I'm going to glue that down using some beacon glue, because that foil may resist traditional glue. And maybe we'll look for a sentiment we can put on here. So, what are you doing, Hercules? Huh? How about love flows quietly? Looks like I have a few of those. I can get it out and just put it across the bottom there. I think that'll work. Hey, Jennifer! Welcome, welcome, welcome. That would be a seeing eye cat for sure. Oh, dear. All right, let's put that right here. All right, so this one will go like that. And if we want, maybe, should we get a flower or a butterfly? Here's the flowers, and here's some butterflies. I have one this size we could put there. I don't know, that looks okay. I have, this is a little floral, although I think I like the butterfly, but do I want to do that pink? This is kind of a reddish pink. Which one looks better? I'm looking at the video to kind of see. Yeah, Robin says butterfly. Hey, Sheila, welcome. All right, so butterfly it is. I just don't know if I want this more purple pink or this pink, but I think maybe this one is the one we want to go on there. So I'm going to put that back. All right, we got butterfly. That back over there. Let's get some glue. Although that's gel print, so I'm going to use the beacon glue. And I think we'll just add that on here. Pink! I got the pink. All right. Let's put that kind of in the middle. There. Let's have a teal one. Nope, it's too late. I already put the glue, the glue on the pink one. Okay, so we got that. So there's one little ephemera card. Now we just need to make something to go behind here. And I'm kind of thinking maybe, does that go? Maybe. Well, I have another piece of this left over. Does that go? I don't know. Maybe we can do something with those three pieces on a card. Let's get another card here. These are just some pre-cut cards that I got whenever I was working with Canvas Corp brands. So I'm trying to use them all up. Another thing I could do that I saw earlier, let me see if I can find one again. Oh, what did I do with it? That's not one, but this is a piece of paper grocery sack, and I'm going to cut it. There's a seam or fold where it was folded, so I'm cutting that. And let's see if I can trim this portion. Let's make a booklet type of a card. Too late! All right, I'm going to use this card. I'm going to use this. And what if we were to glue all these layers down? Is that what we want to do? I think that would look kind of cool. And then we can find some little image to put on there. And it's using up all of these scraps. So I'm going to start with this one. And lay it down. And then just layer the others. I'm going to lay this one down next. I may need to trim it just a smidge, but I think I'll wait to trim it until I put it down. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of distress the edges. Okay, now I'm going to glue this down. This was a page out of my spray box whenever I spray Tattered Angels. And this was on the bottom of the box. Alright, so I'm going to line this up. Oh yeah, the mini file folder and the clipboard. Oh, cool. Well, tell us how you like it. Now, is this going to be wide enough? There's a little bit of a gap. So, do we just let it go? Let it go. Oh, you know what I could do? I may have some washi tape. Washi tape, washi tape, washi tape. What are you doing, Hercules? You hear me making noises? Huh? You can't see me? You hear me, but you can't see me. All right, now, come on. Why aren't you? Oh, great. All right. My box, or my drawer that has my washi tape in it was jammed. And I got it unjammed. Okay. There. There's one I want to use. I think I'll use this one and put down a little layer here over this other pink. And then that way I've got good coverage. Good coverage. Set that up there. Let's trim it. This one needs to be trimmed a little bit. Okay. And then if I put this one down, then we've got 4 layers. How's that look? Be right back. Now let's do it from this edge. How far do I need to go? Right about there. Okay. So that was using some washi tape. I'm going to glue this down right there on a piece of grocery sack. Trim it away. Trim it away. Tiny, tiny, tiny scrap. All right, so we've got this portion. So what do we want to put on here? It's going to go behind that. So maybe something closer to the top so it doesn't get covered up, possibly. And we've got butterflies. You said teal, but I have this green, kind of a green teal, and this blue. So let's kind of lay these. Another thing I could do is just layer 3 different ones. What do you think of that? I think I like that idea of layering 3 different ones on there. Like that. You have the set with the mini file folder in it. I have a punch that makes a tiny file folder. I hardly ever use it anymore, but I have one. And I don't think I ever got a die set for the mini file folder. Ah, it's been one that's been out for a long time. Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to glue the butterflies down. I get the glue going again. It should stick okay with the beacon glue. Like that. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that punch that makes the little mini file folder. It's an old punch. I've had it for a very long time. 20 years probably, because I got it back in the 90s. And then let's put this one up here. Put that in the middle. Tiny file folder, so cute. All right, I like that. And then it will go behind this tuck spot. All right, so we've made some pink. I'm going to go over here and let's find a page to decorate. That one might be a good one. This one would be a good one. So what if we were to put this over here and then put this over there? Or this one could go here and we could do this. I don't want to do it the opposite. I didn't want to cover up that image either, so never mind on that one. This one has a pocket already on the page. This has pockets here. Maybe this one. Like that and like that. Oh, I think I like that scenario better. I like that scenario better. That one made the cut when you got rid of punches. I haven't been brave enough to get rid of punches yet. All right. So this is going to be on this side. Now let's see what I can find to put on the back side. And I think I'm going to go to my digitals. So where did I put all those? Here we go. Digitals and gel prints and just kind of my random papers that I have left over from previous projects. Like this, I think would work on the back side of that. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's from the Linda's Wisdom journal kit. Get my chair back. All right. So this is going to be my top. I'm just going to glue it directly down. Okay. So if you like thicker pages, I know that Robin likes to use cardstock, but maybe if you're running out of cardstock, just glue some book pages together, copy paper, whatever you have, to make it a little bit thicker. So this is going to basically have 3 layers of paper on it, which will make it a lot thicker. Trying to line it up. Get my bone folder. Seems like every time I glue these together, I don't always get them perfectly straight. So while that's drying, I'm going to get my Distress ink and go around the edges. We'll go around both sides on all 4 edges. So 8 times around. Trying to hide where it didn't quite meet by adding a little bit of Distress ink on those edges. could also trim it. Okay, that looks good. That away. And then I'm going to take this page, fold it in half. And then we're going to layer the pocket. Oh yeah, I think I like that with all the different layers of colors there. So this has that foil on it, so I'm going to use the Beacons glue. And these are just going to be, I would call them kind of an eclectic journal page that I can put into a journal. I could try to coordinate and do it all the same color scheme, but if I want to just make some fun, different colors of journal pages, this is a good way to do that. I like it because it just looks so scrappy. All right, and then this piece we're going to put across the corner like that, and then this will tuck right in there like that. So I'm going to put glue here and here. I'm using them up. So what are you going to make? Oh, it's April Fool's Day. Not being fooled by that one. What are you going to make with those file folders, Margie, once you get them done? Do we need to have you do a swap with somebody so you can make something and send it to us? Yeah, don't get fooled on April Fool's Day. Okay, so that's going to go there, and this one's going to go in there. So let's flip this over. We don't have anything on this side, so I'm going to look to see if there's something that I feel kind of fits. That one kind of blends a little too much. Here's one in blue. This one has a little bit more white that we could put over the top of that. I don't see another pocket. However, I do have this one where I've made these little corner pieces, and that could be placed in the middle. So, do we want the charming tuck spot or the photo corner card with the, I think this one would be the one, because you get a little bit of the pink here, and then you get a little bit of difference with that. I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah, the last day of March, the year is just flying over. Tiny books or 5. Well, that'll be fun, Margie. And then what are you going to do with those tiny books? Do you have a journal you're going to put them in, or are you just going to make tiny little books? Yeah, it's crazy. This year has gone by so fast. All right, so here are my little tabs for my card. I'm going to put glue down on here. Trying to be very precise and not get it too far. I'll fold the page in half so that I know where the center is. And then I'm going to lay this down. Do I want it dead center? I think I'm going to put it center. Like that. And I will take the card out. I'm holding down the corners. And then that way it'll dry and I don't have to worry about if my card got stuck. So let's go back over here. This will go in here. And then this will go over here. I like the layers that has created. And then this piece, I'm not going to put anything on this one. And on this one, give it a second to... Did I get it too tight? God, I hope not. Go there. And there. There we go. I like it. So when you flip the page from Journey, you see this page, lots of layers, and then over here, and then this comes out. Here's a mini file folder. There's you an idea for the mini file folder. And that's stuck in there. And then there's writing space on the back using an index card. For petting. For petting. Probably just hoard as I do. Oh, I'm sorry you don't feel good. It's no fun when you have ideas that you want to do. Yesterday I was going to work out in the yard, but it was so windy that it did not make it very pleasant to be outside. So we went to Lowe's and walked around for a few minutes. I'm thinking of some ideas that we want to do. And then we came home. So it was like, we're done. All right, so there's a journal page I've made. Kind of finishing it up. So I think I'm going to grab another pink. And then I saw this, so I think that goes really well over there. I don't have a lot of pockets made, so what kind... I've got this really pretty pink journal card that could go in there. I kind of like that idea. So what can go on this side? I see... Okay, that's nothing. I'm trying to look at all these scraps to see if there's something that we could use. I've got a big piece of this. Although it looks like the same print. Does that make sense? Is it too matchy-matchy? I could make a journal card and then, I don't know. If I had another piece of paper. Ooh, look at this one. Although I think this one fits better. So, if I make that smaller, and if I were to position this on top of here, make it a little bit smaller, I could change the color of the frame of this journal card. And maybe what we should do is make not a pocket, but the corners again to hold it down. So let's look in here again. I have a piece of this left over. I have this muted pink. I think maybe something like that might work. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to cut this piece to be shorter than my card, which is 6 inches. So I want it to be, 5.5? Yeah, let's do 5.5. So if we did 5.5, so it gives us a little bit of a border all the way around, and I'm going to cut it narrower. So I'm going to make that 4.5. Let's see if that works. And then when we put this on the page, if we change the color of that background, that will look better. And then I think what I want to do here is make a square that's a little bit larger than this square. We're going to layer them together. Put that over there. Put that over there. All right, so this square is 3.25. So if I do 3.5, is that what I want to do? Do I want... I'm going to do it. And then we rotate it. It's 3.5. No. 4. 3. Let's do it there. We created some more scraps. All right, so I'm going to go around the edges of this piece. And then, if I didn't get it messed up, I'm going to place it across, and then we're going to cut it out as a diagonal. That's my theory. It's going to be rather large, but let's see how this works. All right, so now what I'm going to do is line this corner up and this corner up and cut it at a diagonal. Then add some distress inks here. And my thinking is I'll fold this in half. Let's fold it this way. Sometimes the page doesn't want to fold. Come on. You got to be coaxed. I see. All right, so making sure I've got it right side up. My thought was I would put one lower and one bottom, and then this could fit, but I have a feeling that is not going to work. So we're just going to keep one and do one on the page like that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to glue this one down, and then we'll decorate the card. Oh no, dishes, dishes, dishes. Deep cleaning the kitchen. Been crafting. I got to do a little bit of crafting. I'd made some Lego projects. I'll be sharing some photos of that soon. Here's one that I haven't taken pictures of yet. This was a gift with purchase. You see that? He's a little bunny. A little bunny. And the lid pops off. So the lid comes off. And then you open it up. And it has these two little vignettes inside. And then this can actually come out. So you can have it displayed on your table or desk or whatever. It's got a little fancy bottom here. And then this one also comes out. And this is kind of fun. The squirrel turns. Isn't that cute? I was getting some more parts for a project that I've been working on. When I went to the Lego store, they had a gift with purchase, and I purchased enough items to get it. And I thought, well, that's just super cute. Isn't it cute? Super, super cute. All right, so we got this glued down. So now what I want to do is alter the edge of this piece. So I'm going to get a... Now, do I want to alter that by... I think I'll do it with Distress ink. Do I want this shade of pink? Or is that the wrong shade? That's kind of a... That's flamingo pink. I may have to go back with the raspberry. Let's do it this way. There's the raspberry. Maybe I've got another color. Let's look at... No, because this is more peach. That's tattered rose, and that's more peach colored. I have Victorian velvet, which I think is more purple. Let's see. Well, that actually looks like the right color, doesn't it? I think Victorian velvet is the winner. Winner, winner. All right, so let's take this, and I know this brush is a little dirty, but I'm just going to grab the color. Oh, not going to work. Not enough color. Let's see, Distress Refresher. Okay, let that set for a moment. So while we're waiting on that to kind of soak in for a moment, I'm going to grab my Distress ink Walnut Stain. I don't think I have an ink refill for Victorian Velvet. That's why I sprayed it. But I may check real fast here. May need that in a moment. And see, but I doubt it. I see lipstick, tattered rose. Yeah, I don't see. That's it, but I doubt it. Now, Age Mahogany. All the colors but that one. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not going to invest in another ink pad at the moment. Well, it came out a little better. It may just be dried up. Pressing hard. I'm getting a little bit of the other pink transferred on here too. Maybe I should stamp around the edge, which will kind of help. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So that kind of gives that ivory a little more pink. So there's this one. And I think I'm going to get a rubber stamp. I just saw the one I want to use too. I believe it is over here somewhere. Found it. I found it. This is the henna rose. I don't know why I like it. I like the pattern of it. And I think it makes a pretty pattern around the edge of a journal card or on a journal page. Just kind of rotating the stamp different angles. So now, if we put that on top, and then we put both of those on our page, we can add something to that. Maybe I've got a yellow or a white daisy, or we can make one. Uh-oh. You may have to turn it upside down and shake it out. If you have a canned air, compressed air, you can kind of blow that at your keyboard to get out anything that's under there. All right, I like that. Smooth that out. I just saw I had, I don't know if I want to cover that up, but I'm going to lay that there for a moment while I look. I didn't know if I had, well, I have a pink daisy. And that's not a daisy, but it's a magnolia bloom. That's what I think it is anyway. I have one in yellow. And I was thinking of using a little strip of this sheet music here. I don't know. Maybe a little piece of it. Do we want the yellow or the pink? And then that's going to go right there. Do it that way. I think the pink. I think we stick with the pink. That's what I think. Now, I need to trim this. And then we'll add some distressings to it. Okay. Distressings. This was from a hymnal, I think, as it looks like from the text that I'm seeing. I think I need to do a little bit of distressing on my flower. All right, so if I were to put this on here, what else do we need? Oh, you know what? We haven't used a doily today. Now, do we want the doily behind? And we probably should change the color of it. I think we should spray it pink. Yeah, I see a pink here. So I'm going to spray it pink. It's already 5 o'clock. Wow, time sure flies. All right, let's get our little box. And I'm going to lay the doily in here. See how this is coming together for colors on there? And that is where I cut up a piece of that out of another earlier. I'm going to stick that over there for now. And let's lay that up in the corner. I'm going to shake this up. Oh yeah, cheesecloth. You're so bad. You're a bad, bad lady. Okay, but because we're going to do this, I am going to do some cheesecloth. Only because I want to use it later. Okay, so then this one, yes. Not necessarily today. So I'm just going to cut a little strip. So I got a strip. Got my cheesecloth. And I think I have another shade. Oh, it's lavender. Do I have another shade of pink? This may be the same shade of pink. They look the same. So here we're going to do, it's a little different. Okay. It's almost empty, so I'm trying to use it up. Doing cheesecloth, you have to let it dry, or you have to dry it with a heat tool. Okay, I'm just kind of really saturating it. It'll dry lighter than that. That's why I'm trying to go ahead and add as much as I can to it. This is a lavender. So I'm going to add a little purple. Well, the sprayer is not spraying. Maybe this one will work. There we go. Yeah, it kind of deepens it just a little bit. All right, so let's dry our doily. Oh! Oh dear. The girls are picking on each other in the chat because Robin doesn't like cheesecloth and Margie suggested it. So I think there's going to be a Junkie Joe war in a moment. Oh, I guess there was another doily under there. I'm going to kind of dry the cheesecloth just a little bit before I move on. I'll let that dry. I think this is going to look good. I got to add some distress inks to the edges. That kind of adds a little bit more texture on there. What else do we need? Let's add some distress ink here. I was noticing I have a little pink label over here, so maybe we need to find a pink label, or, and I think I sprayed what is technically the back side of this, but anyhow, a label and a word. So if we were to layer this in the corner, this over the top of it, and then this guy here, and I saw those somewhere. Where are the pink ones? Here are the pink ones. So, which one of these is gonna make the cut? Maybe this brighter? That's kind of a purple pink. Maybe this one? I have a bright pink, bigger label. And that one's kind of a salmon pink. Here's a pale pink. Trying to see what else we have here. Some of the same colors. Here's a bigger one. Maybe like that. And I can stamp these with words. The word of the day is laugh. Well, I can agree with that. Laughter is good. All right, is it in here or is it over here? Let's see what we got here. I have live, laugh, love. We can put live, laugh, love on here if I do 3 labels. We could. All right, I don't know why I still have my gloves on, but I do. So now I think I want to have 3 the same size. Just 3 different colors, right? And let's see here. Got 3 shades of pink. And we can do all 3. So where is that? That is right here. I've got a little tiny block. Someone's sending me a message. Okay. Let's do live. I can't live without you. So we're going to do live. Okay. And then we'll do laugh. These pink labels, I used scraps of paper and then rubber stamped the label and fussy cut those out. I'll probably do that again with some more scraps that I've been accumulating. And love. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Kind of moving some things out of the way. Perfect. You like it? All right. So, what else do we need here? Live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love. Maybe closer to there. Okay. Let's glue all these pieces down. It's funny that I can feel the texture of this paper doily, and I've sprayed what would be the wrong side, but I also like the texture of the wrong side. Experience? What do you mean by experience? I drink herbal tea. Is that what you mean? All right, and then put this one down. I just saw another little scrap. Where'd it go? Did I put it over here? There was a tiny little scrap here. Oh, and I don't see it now. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. You were not what I was looking for, my friend. Where'd it go? It was just here. I thought it would be a perfect little touch, but now I don't see it. What else do I have here? May need to kind of thumb through it. There's a brighter pink to kind of just put across. That's all I was thinking of, was just a little piece that I could lay in there. And this is just some of my pink papers, what I haven't assimilated into my storage. Don't like green tea? You drink herbal teas? Benefits of herbal teas. Well, you know, the benefits all are determined upon what you're drinking. You know, like chamomile is a calming tea. What is it? Red raspberry has some healing and pain properties to it. So yeah, it just kind of depends upon what's your end game. I'm gonna put a little glue here, and then position this where it kind of sticks out. Yeah. Yeah. Upset stomach, peppermint, yep. Chamomile, ginger, fennel, yep. Calming, digestion. Yeah, peppermint tea is good for your digestion. Okay. Now let's put this right here. Then I'll put the flowers across. Okay. Maybe like that. And then I was going to do the love, live, kind of like that. Does that work? I think it does, because it's getting ready to be permanent. Anti-inflammatory. Yeah, there's a lot that are good for anti-inflammatory. Okay, and love. And love. Yeah, if you mix it with other tea, we mix herbal tea with regular tea if we want some to drink with in a glass, like iced tea. We drink a lot of that here. All right, so then this is going to go like that. And I think I need a little something right there. And that's a calico collage image. Is that too matchy-matchy? Seeing if I have something else that's in that same. I think that looks better with the green around it. Okay. So not putting any glue on the edge here so it doesn't stick to my card in the pocket. I like that. I mean, yes, it's all, you know, kind of monochrome, but I think it works. And I think this one I'm going to put on this side in the center with the journal card like that behind it. So let's, you know, I haven't done this in a while. Let's round the corners of my card. I have spearmint growing in my yard. My mother, I think it was my mother, yes, she gave me some cuttings and I stuck it in the ground, and you can't kill it. It just comes back every year. All right, I'm going to glue this down. And then that way it can be drying before I put my journal card in it. Like so. Oh, and I got some little clippies by mistake. I was wanting a different size, and I read the description, but I was reading the wrong description. But I got these anyway by mistake. But they're so tiny. I got a whole box of like 30 of them. It's crazy. Oh, dear. Alrighty. Now, what do we want to do about this journal card? Just use it as it is? I might have... Let's see if I've got some lace that we can attach. Because if we put it like that, maybe if we put a little piece of flat lace. I saw some. It's kind of a lavender color, but I think it might work. This was some lace that belonged to Henry's grandmother. Somebody is calling me. Okay, so if I were to put this right down the edge, I think that would work. I'm going to use my ATG gun because I haven't used it in a while, so hopefully it'll work, to put down some adhesive. Okay, a little bit more right there. I'm picking up so I could see where the adhesive is because it's clear. All right, now let's take this and attach it to the adhesive. I'm trying not to stretch the lace. I'm just going to lay it over the top. There. I'm going to cut the corner a little bit to kind of match the curve. of the card. There we go. Like that. Isn't that pretty? Just something simple. Alright, let's get rid of these. I'm getting all kinds of notifications. I like it. I like it a lot. What do you think? And then this side is one of Norella's images, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. Let's see if we can grab one more and make a page. So we've done 2 pinky colors. I have one here that I'm going to call neutral. So it doesn't have any color on it. So we could add any color we want on top. And I think what I want to do on the back side is go ahead and do the same type of collaging with some sheet music and other paper. So I'm going to grab my box that has sheet music. I'm going to check though, because over here I've got some ivory colors. What do I have in here? If that's just a book page. And there's a scrap of a Bible. What else we got in here? Here is, oh, that's music. That's Christmas music. I don't want to use that for this. No, you are not going to get used for this. But I got this really dark piece of paper. And let's look what I have in here. I have some hymnal pages, so let's grab one of those. And I think I'm going to look. I've got a bunch of old book pages down here. What do we have in here? I see music. Not music. Ooh, those are kind of cool. All right, let's use that. All right. I have a plan. So I want to make the page, the base is all neutral, and then we're going to put something of color on top. So to start with, I think what I want to do is trim off what I call the blank areas of my paper. So I'm not dealing with the white space. I like doing that. Your wedding dress was ivory color. Mine was also an ivory because I was too white. It's a little bit sticky. Julie, sometimes what I'll do is I've got a little powder, talc powder type pouch that I will run over it. I didn't do it today, so I'll have to check it. I think I like this side better. I'm going to trim that just to be a little bit. And this is ripped over here, so I'm going to trim off where it's ripped. And I'll save those little pieces. Let's do the music. Do I want... Yeah, I'm just going to go all the way down to here. Sometimes I don't cut off the title, sometimes I do. Alright, so we've got those. I've got this piece that I want to trim. I may not use all of these pieces, but I want to trim them so that they're ready in case I do want to use them. Yeah, I was too pale, so I did not do a white dress. I did an ivory dress. All right, I think what I'm going to do is trim this off. And then I'll trim it in half. And we'll use the images as part of our page. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to place color behind those before I put them down. I'm going to cut this off. And I think I'm going to cut this portion off. There. Save the little scrap, who knows. Okay. And over here. All right, so we got a few pieces here. I don't know if it's enough, so let's get some distress inks and arrange these. So I'm thinking I could spray this with Tattered Angels so that we get a neat color. I could do that with a couple of them. You know, because we have this one that has a really cool color. And maybe across that way. And then I may swap this to where it's down here and this one's up here, and then use this one there. So you kind of see how I've collaged that. So I think I want to spray this one with maybe a goldish color Tattered Angels. Where you put your doilies. You were saying that last time we were here, that you didn't remember where you put your doilies. Have a great week, Sheila. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see if I've got... Ooh, do I have one here? I have Peacock Brass. It's kind of a brassy color. I have a coffee color, but I think that would be too dark. I think that one's almost empty. Gold glow. Alright, so I've got a couple of colors that I'm going to try to use. This is still drying. I'm going to hang it over here. It'll dry later. Okay, so I'm going to lay a page in and then grab some Tattered Angels. Let's see if this sprayer works. So that one worked. Let's dry it. It'll have an aged look to it. You haven't found them yet? Well, I know in my case, I have a Scrapbook cardboard pocket. It's a design for 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And I know that I have doilies in it because I put it over here specifically so that I knew where they were. So did you put them inside? Yeah, look everywhere they're not, and the next place will be where they are. Easy peasy, of course. You just got to keep looking until you find them. You probably stuck them in something or behind something, or did you change how they were stored? Mine are stored in a big Ziploc bag. So, or something to that effect. I'll show you. This is some of them right here that I got. And then I should have a envelope in there with some more. Try to put it back. Put it back. So I know where some big ones are. Oh, I just see another pile that's in the wrong spot. Okay, it's not completely dry, but I like that color to that. I think we should alter this one maybe. I've got a gold here, or a brass. This is brass, so let's try this one. So it's going to give it a little bit of a yellow gold hue, brassy hue. All right, let's dry that one for a little bit. Ah, gotcha. You probably just stuck them somewhere. You'll find them eventually. All right, so that's going to go here. And then I've got this one. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe I got these other colors out, but I think I want, I've got a coffee color. Do I have that one? That was way too dark. Bronze. Coffee shop. That's really, really dark. I think that's going to be way too dark. I think that's going to be way too dark. But I have a vintage. That looks maybe like... like a walnut stain maybe? Gold. I'm going to add a little bit of the coffee shop. There we go. Just a tiny, tiny amount. Put those back. Dry it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your donations, your thumbs up. Doily, doily, doily. For commenting during the video, after the video, sharing it with your friends. I greatly appreciate y'all's support. And I hope that I'm sharing some ideas with y'all that you will enjoy. It's almost dry. I'm going to lay it out here to dry for a moment. And then let's add some distressings. I think what I want to do with this one is add a little bit of distressings to the whole page because it's a little bit whiter than the others. So I'm just going to kind of come over it with a little bit. So it'll give it that aged, dirty look. I think that works. Taking it down a notch. And I think I dropped my distressing tool on the floor. I did. I found it. Yay! All right, let's go around the edges. Well, it works with Cappy. Well, of course, Cappy will come. When you say, here, Doily, 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 Doily. I used to have dogs. It didn't matter what you said. They would come to you. You know, it was like you were saying somebody's name, or if you said it in such a way that the voice was, you know, you should come here. Come here, little doggy. They would come. Okay, so that's going to go there. This one's going to go there. That's going to go across here. This one's going to go on the bottom here. Or I could put it at the top. I haven't decided yet. Let's distress this one. Okay, I think I'm going to split this up and put this text across the top, and then the sheet music, and then this piece, and then this piece will go in the corner. Does that make sense like that? I should be able to get that going. All right, so let's glue this one down first. Just on your dogs, and they always came. Yeah, it's funny when they're like, oh, that must mean she's calling us because there's probably going to be food involved. Well, now that Hercules is almost, he's starting to lose his hearing. He's deaf. He hardly comes when you call him, which is scary because there's going to be a day that he's not going to hear me at all. Oreo, he only responds to certain words, and usually if he's awake, it is outside, food, or you want to go wee? He doesn't do it as much as he used to. When he was younger, he would start barking if you said, let's go wee. All right, I think I'll go ahead and line this up with the edge. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to do this the opposite direction. Yeah. On this bottom edge. In case I didn't have quite enough at the top. Line it up. Alrighty, and then this piece, I'm trying to decide if I want to overlap it onto the music or just do it below. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go up to the side here of it and glue this down. Yeah, that's the direction I want it. Making a neutral journal base. So if you have a lot of book pages and sheet music, hymnals, whatever it may be, this is a great way to use a lot of those up in those neutral colors. Just put them down one right after the other, and then you'll be able to add any color you want over the top. All right, I'm going to trim these off. So just going to trim it evenly with the edge. Okay. Trim it away. Trim it away. Okay. Got two more. Your new little dog's name is Dolly. Aw, how cute. I saw a 4.5-pound Yorkie Sunday at Lowe's. It was so tiny. I think that's what I want to do. Where it overlaps this piece. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. She was so, so darling. She saw me and I said, well, hello. And the human that was carrying it stopped and allowed me to talk to their dog. I didn't even ask. I just said, hello, little one. How are you? I didn't reach out my hand or anything. And their dog kept trying to get to me. And so I gave her the back of my hand and she licked the back of my hand. I said, oh, aren't you sweet? All right, so then I'm going to put that. So I like that layered look. All right, so now, I still have my gloves on. Now, I'm going to go through the ephemera pieces that we made the past few days. And let's just add stuff to this page. trim it away. I think there's a little bit of glue on there. Oh, it didn't stick. Thank you. Thank you for not sticking. All right, let's take my gloves off. Come on, come off. There we go. I am going to score this so it's a little bit easier to fold. So I'm going to go at 5.5 inches and kind of score that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it over, do it from the same direction. Okay. She's only 2 pounds. She'll only be she'll be a tiny, tiny thing. Tiny, tiny. All right, let's line it up, line it up. Very neutral. Alrighty, so in all of these, what do we have? This is like a little envelope. I think it might look better on a darker page, like that. Let's see what I have in my pockets and ephemera goodies. I don't know. Some of this I may not use at all, but it doesn't hurt to grab a few things and lay it out. Like, I love that color. This could be a tuck spot. It's got a little boo-boo on it, but we can cover it up. I see a pink paint chip, but we've done so much pink today. This is kind of a little image from Calco Collage. Oh, this is kind of a neat color. And that can be a pocket. All right, so I got a few things that I just grabbed. Let me see what else I have here that we might want to use just for some pops of color on here. Okay, so let's look at this page. If I were to put that across the page and then put this in the pocket, see how it changes that completely? Makes it a whole different look. Let's glue that together. Let's put that down here. Okay. I didn't get out a smaller pocket to put over here. I have this piece, but it's really too big. If I were to put it going this way, and we could put a journal card in like that, and maybe place something over that. All right, and then this side, maybe we could do, although that's really kind of pale, but maybe if we do that, and then maybe one more bigger card, because I feel like it needs something else here. I've got this piece. Is that what it needs? Just more color? Does it need another color right behind that piece? I'd use a doily, but they're so fragile that they tear. I'm looking here to see what else I have. I have this cardstock. I could do a corner and make it square. Put it in the middle. Do it all the way across. It will be a deep pocket. I can put that piece in there, and these can go behind this piece. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim this to be a little bit taller than my circle piece. So we're going to go probably 3.5 inches. Yeah, let's do that. And then I know my journal page is normally 5.5 inches, so I'm going to go down to 5 inches. I think I want this side though. So now if I look at this and put this down, this on top, that will tuck in behind here. And then this and this can go in the pocket behind. And look how we took that neutral and just added so much color to it. So let's add some distress inks and then glue this together. I think I can go ahead and glue this one down so it can be drying. I'm just kind of making a little half circle at the bottom. All right, now let's position that in the middle. I think I'm going to round the corners to kind of just give that a different look. And I'm going to round the corners of this journal card. All right. Let's add some distress ink to the edges. All right, that's going to go right here. So I'm just going to glue that down. This was a pack of cardstock I picked up at Dollar Tree. I can't remember how many pieces, but it was like 6x6 papers. That's cardstock, and they all had these different patterns on it. Like here's a sample page, which is kind of cool in itself. Okay, let that dry. Add some distress inks. Go to the back. All right, so that's going to go in here on that page. So we know those are going to be used. Let's flip this over. Now this side should be dry to accommodate that. I think we could put something up at the top. How about the word journal? I made some today. I stuck them in here, I thought. Yep, there they are. Out of a paper sack. And I think I'm going to put it framed in the corner there. Like so. Okay. And we need to figure out what we're going to do with this piece. I think I can put a flower over that. Or a butterfly, since we got a butterfly there. I have this bigger pink butterfly. If I were to put that across like that, it covers up the boo-boo. of the paper, and then this will give us a spot to put that on the page. All right, so this is kind of a glossy around the edges, so I'm going to glue this in the middle and then glue it to the page. I need to get out another bottle of this Beacon glue. This one has been threatening to give out because it's almost dried up at the bottom. There we go, like that. And then we'll put this in the middle. I think I'm just going to make it, yeah, I'll make it a pocket. I was just going to make it a tuck spot, but sometimes tuck spots don't hold very well and things fall out. And I find that a pocket tends to work a lot better. Just kind of positioning that somewhat in the middle bottom of the page maybe. Then that'll go behind there. So now I need a way to attach this to the page. And we're using blue, so let me grab my blue. My blue papers. I just saw this. I hate to cover it up, but I could make a little pocket down here at the bottom out of that blue. Why don't we do that? So I saw a book page here. We can adhere a couple together. Over there, over there. And make a little pocket. Because this is kind of thin copy paper. Or text weight paper in, yeah, copy paper type, or scrapbook paper. Whatever that is. I don't know what it is. You like the papers? Okay. Just going to glue this on. And then I'll trim it to the size that I need. And that'll give us a nice little pocket. All right, now trim, trim, trim. Trim, trim, trim. And I know I don't want it any bigger than probably 5 inches. Yeah, let's do 5 inches. Let's add some distress inks. And we're almost done here with these few pages that I made. All right, do you want me to continue this next week? Or I can come up with something else. I'll go ahead and glue this down and then find some kind of embellishment to put on top. All right, so kind of finding the center bottom. So that was using neutral pages and then adding colorful items over the top. Which I kind of like because then you get this varied look to your journal page. Where's the one? Oh, here's the one I want. Here's the one that I want. I have a blue. Do I want to put a blue on a blue? I think I stuck the yellow one back in there. So we could do the yellow. And then this is going to go behind there. I think the yellow kind of pops that out. Everything works for you. All right. I'm going to glue this down. And then I think I can stop and show y'all what we did today. Put away a couple of things. May want to get a word phrase out. Okay. I feel like I just have this huge mass of pieces everywhere. Put that up here for now. Move out of the way. Okay, so this is going to go in here, and we've got some little words. How about we've got nature? Put that right there. Like so. And then over here, how about my thoughts linger here? I think that'll work right there. All right, well, I may continue this on only because I have so many scraps of paper that I really want to try to use them up. And I just like the eclectic look that this is starting to come together with. I don't know if there's anything inside here. There's not anything inside here yet, but maybe we'll make a card another day. So that goes over here. And then we have the word journal, and we put that in the pocket. I may look to see what other smaller journal cards I have here. Let's see. I've got a little booklet journal card, and then this is like a faux envelope. So it kind of gives more, but I think we need something down here, but I hate to put anything else on there. So I'm going to flip it over. Flip it! And then on this side, we've got this card and this tag, and then this is a little pocket and has a journal card in it. And we put that right there. And how about create magic? I think that works, just kind of in the corner. Like a totally 80s journal? I don't know. I'd have to, let me think about that. That may be something I have to kind of wrap my head around and collect the supplies, if that makes sense. And I don't mean go buy anything, but go through my stash and figure out what would go in that style. Does that make sense? So thank you for that suggestion. Let me stew on it. Let me wrap my brain around that. Okay. And then there was this side. So there is another journal page that we made. And I've got a couple more here. These are the other two that we made today, right? Didn't I do another one? Or is that it? Is it just the 3? I was trying to remember what we did. Yes. All these things. I like them how they turned out. Yeah, the stickiness doesn't really come through on this card. I feel it a little bit. So I may just kind of touch it a few times to get that stickiness to go away, or I've got that little powder pouch somewhere. But I like how this turned out. All those layers. I didn't put distress ink on the back of that card. Shame! For shame! I like how this, with all the different scraps, just putting those together onto a paper grocery sack. Book page. I had pre-stamped and colored it before we started the live, but we finished it up here. And then this was a foil pocket I made a while back. Stenciled. I did to distress the back of that one. Got that one done. And then this is something we made during one of the live streams, using up all the scraps that I had. And here as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julie. Alrighty, and then I showed this one, right? So we've shown all three that I made today. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. I've got so much more papers. I did work on today. I made some green background page. Oh, I kind of like the way that looks too. I made some green papers trying to decide what I want to do here with these. I like the way that one looks. There's nothing on this side. And then here is another green page. I had this little piece that I thought would be a cute pocket on there. And then I did this green page and this page. This one I made multiple pockets. They don't go, this one doesn't go all the way down. It kind of stops right about here. So you can kind of see that's the top. So right about there. And then this one goes all the way to the bottom. So I made those today. If you would, please join the raffle. I know it's only 200 junk bucks, but y'all get to play with those. And then I made these purple. So this has got a pocket here. There's no pocket here. This is gel print, painted book page, or yeah, book page, scrapbook paper scrap. Another painted gel print page here at the bottom. And then this was some scrapbook paper. And I was just putting them all together. Alrighty, I'm going to pick a winner of 200 junk bucks. And the winner is the Mrs. Edmondson. So let me go over here and go the Mrs. and search. And go here and edit. We're going to add 200, so that makes it 9. Submit. Alrighty, well, I'm going to get off here, and I think we're going to continue this next week, doing a few more, just because I want to use up more scraps of my papers. And then I think this is going to make a fun, eclectic journal by doing all these. I think I may do another kettle stitch journal out of these pages, because I think they'll be fun to use. Alrighty, anything else? Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, there's some purple papers. Yeah, there were some purple papers. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope that whatever ails you is healed soon, that you all feel better and you have a better day. And I hope you do something creative. You know, go into your little creative space, wherever that may be, whatever, you know, a little bit of limited supplies you may have, get them out and play with them and make something out of it. And whether you share it with somebody or not, share it on social media or share it with a stranger. Who knows? Do something kind for somebody else. You never know what someone else is going through in life. And, you know, your little act of kindness, whether it be opening the door, saying hello, helping to pay their grocery bill or buy a cup of coffee, something like that. Try to help somebody else and give them some words of encouragement. Y'all have an amazing week. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the live stream. You're what keeps me going. Y'all take care. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.